Okay, so I have opened up one side of the dress. If you can tell, this is the lining, this is the skirt part, and then the main fabric. So I have to be careful in here because here's the pocket. So I was able to open up because I know I'll have to add some fabric in here. Now if this is open enough, we'll see when I try it on. I'll show you, but at least I have that side open, and I will do the other side. Now if we remember, the sleeve had this two-piece, and I am going to add sleeve to this section because obviously it's attached nicely to the fabric. But this section I am actually going to cut out, but I don't want to use regular scissors for that. To grab them, I'm actually going to use my pinking shears and cut really close, but very carefully. I'm gonna do this off camera, but I just wanted to show. I'm gonna cut really close to that stitch because of the way that it was stitched, and I'm using my pinking shears because I'm not going to be able to finish that edge, but I don't want it to fray or anything underneath there. So that's what I'm going to do all the way around on both sleeves. And so yeah, I am going to do that and then open up the other side and then try this on so we can see how much room I need to add in here, and then I'll work on the sleeve. Okay, another error on this dress I just made. As I was cutting, after I finished cutting that extra layer out, I realized I had the dress wrong side out. Remember, it's fully lined. And so when I was unpicking the skirt from the bodice to open up the sides, I had it on the wrong side and didn't realize I didn't have it on the wrong side when I was cutting around the sleeve. So if you can tell, this is now the right side of the dress, and that is that piece I just cut, which means I am going to have to cut this all off. And what I am going to do then is then measure this entire circumference, and maybe that'll just work better anyway. This is lined, so it's turned inside out. I'm not gonna unpick it. What I'm gonna do is, when I make the sleeve to attach it, when I serge, I'm gonna end up serging that. And I'm just going to cut this bulk that's in this little bit. It's just a little bit of seam. It's probably 1/8 thick of a seam right here, maybe 2/8, if that much. In here, that'll just get cut off, and that's fine. Maybe I need to do that anyway instead of trying to attach the sleeve to this, because I would have still had to worry about this opening down here at the bottom. I would still had to connect fabric here. So instead, I'll just measure the entire arm side, which makes more sense. So I'm glad I made that mistake, but I just wanted to share that. So I'm getting ready to cut all of this off with my pinking shear, well, with my regular scissors now, because now all that's going to be cleaned up anyway. And now do this side and cut all of that off as well. And then I will measure around the circumference. I will show you how I will measure that. And then we will work then with the sleeve. And then I'll show you how it looks with both sides open on the side seams. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. I obviously took the sleeve, the little facings off, and yeah, once I measure around here, I'm just going to do a short puff sleeve. That'll be it for this part. And like I said, I'll show how I will measure around this circumference. But down here, where I have opened up the side here, and I thought what I could do is get away with just opening up the side, if you can tell, and see how far it opens, and then decide how much. I don't know why I was thinking, this is my first time going back in on the garment, and I did the same thing over here, but I can tell by the way it's still pulling around here. I am going to have to detach the entire skirt from the bodice. Some of you are probably thinking, yeah, of course you will. This is my first time. I'm trying to think about how I'm gonna do this the most efficient way without taking all of this apart. But I'm gonna have to. And because the bodice, the bottom of the bodice is sewn around the perimeter at the bottom, so that'll be easy to unpick and then see comfortably how it sits open on me with these sides unpicked, and then I can go in and add the fabric in here for both the outer and the lining piece to give me more room here, which means that's going to affect this. And then for the skirt, I'm going to have to do the same thing. I am going to need to detach, obviously take the skirt and this apart, and then decide from there how much the bottom needs to be open. Now I think the bottom obviously is going to be easier because it's just really opening up the side seams for the lining and the outer and just sewing in the extra fabric. So yeah, a lot of fixes happening, and I'm wondering, will that fix the bunching in the back? I really hate, I feel like I messed up this fabric, but we're gonna try to work it out. We're gonna try to work it. I am coming in today with a final wrap up of the Vogue 1671. So I will pop up pictures. Hopefully you can see me okay. You should be able to. I have, of course, on my duster, and I have a tank on, Simplicity 8097. This is the very first one I made, actually. And so I am coming in today, you guys. I saved the dress, kind of, sort of. So I'm gonna get into what I end up doing. So it did not work. If you all remember, and I'll pop up a video right here. Remember how it fit in that arm side? Was so much opening on that arm side. It was tight around the waist, and then that back with the zipper, and it was bunchy back there. And so what I did was try to fix, I was thinking, okay, let me put gussets in the side to give more room in the sides, to kind of relax the sides, and that would relax some of the back. But I couldn't figure out how to fit, because it was so much of that arm side open. There was just no saving that. So what I decided to do was just take it apart. And I mean, it took me a week to figure out, because I didn't want to rush into something, because this is such beautiful fabric. I didn't want to rush to a fix and then the fix not work, and then I end up ruining everything. So what I ended up doing, let me first show you, I made a black tank. Nothing special about this. This is actually the new pattern by Corny Rainbow for Know Me pattern. So this is Know Me 2026 or 2036. I'll pop it up on the screen. The only thing I will say is this tank is, I love that it comes with the neckbands for the arms, and the neckband comes with a neckband and the armbands, right? The back of the tank dips down a little lower than the front, and you'll be able to see in the video and clips I pop up, which is really cute. And so just slightly, so the back is lower than the front, ever so slightly. So that is very pretty. So I decided to do this, and this fabric is out of my stash. I got it during a pattern swap. And it's so funny because the person left a note on the fabric that don't leave near a flame. This fabric Ooh, even when I pressed it, should have used the pressing cloth and left it that shiny mark, because this is straight up like some serious polyester. And but anyway, it works for a tank. And so that's what I use to do the tank, because I end up doing a skirt. So I use the bottom, left the bottom as is, because remember you guys, it has the pockets. Now the bottom part of this pattern is super cute for the pockets. Many of you asked for, no, a couple people mentioned calling the pattern company, calling Vogue, asking about the arm side and the arm side finish. You guys, I promised that was my plan. But how about, and Myra even laughed, how about I lost the pattern? I don't, you guys, when I show you my sewing room is completely clean. Is, you know, I have all my new organization stuff in here. I organized all of my commercial patterns. You'll see that. And for whatever reason, I don't know where I moved the pattern for this to. I don't know. Could not find it, because I said, oh yeah, yep, I'm gonna call and see, so I can at least help you all out who have the pattern and just say, this is what I was told and da 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 da. But I don't know where the pattern is. Have not the slightest idea where the pattern is. And so that's kind of a lost cause. But anyway, the bottom part of the skirt, of the dress, perfect as a skirt. So I'm gonna bring this up closer. All I did was measure out my waist, added, I want to say 2 inches, and no, I'm sorry, I added 1 inch so I can, you know, left enough. I did 1/2 inch seam allowance, and so I can at least make this waistband to attach, and I ran elastic through it. That's all I did. And because remember, this was a little tight around this area, what I did was, you can't see because of the fabric, you cannot tell, but what I did was added a strip in the middle, in the back of both the outer, and you can see it on the inside, and you can't tell for, it's black, the lining underneath. I left the lining in there. Smart, right? And just added 3 inches, and then I sewed it 1/2 inch, so that made this 2 inches. No, I did 4 inches, did a 1/2 inch, so this is 3 inches. So this is 3 inches, the finished. And so that's what I did. Super cute. So I didn't mess with any of that. All of this was part of the dress, and it gives a really cute look. You'll see in the pictures here in the moment. And that's what I did. But what I decided to do, because the bodice, couldn't do nothing with that bodice, you guys. So what I end up doing is going ahead and making a little handbag. This is the Carry Purse by Style So Seam. I'm sorry, Style So Seam. Style and Seams Patterns. Sorry. And so that's what I made. Cute little purse. Isn't that cute? And it's so easy to make up, and I was able, because it's facing, the ties are facing pieces, so I was able to use, I have just a little of that fabric left, some scraps that maybe I can use for inside of a waistband maybe, or inside of a collar. But you all remember this here, it has the I just put something in here to make it look full, but it has the magnets on the inside, magnet closure, and you just close that right, snap, not this one isn't, is this magnetic? I'm losing light, you guys, I can't see. It is a magnetic closure, and then you just tie like this. So super cute, because when we go out, it's cute for day. And the reason I decided to do this, because I was like, you know what, because I had the vision of the black tank with this. I can make another color tank, right? And this for date night, hello, that's what came to mind. And like I said, I wasn't in a rush to figure out how to do this fix. And so when I just gave myself some time, so that's my tip, don't rush trying to figure out how you're gonna fix a mistake. You know, just try to maybe set it off to the side. But I don't like whips, so I knew this was I was going to do something with it relatively soon, and I wanted to do it inside the month of June. So I just gave my time, you know, myself time to think about what I want to do. But so cute for date night. Wait till you see the picture in the video. But that's it, you guys. That's what I did. She is fixed. I will leave a full blog post, because this is Minerva fabric. Thank you, Minerva, for sending this fabric over is absolutely beautiful, and I wanted to make sure that I did it justice, and so I was able to get a cute skirt out of it and turn the bodice pieces into this handbag. So, which is not, because the handbag is lined, so I was able to use the bodice pieces and everything just to finish off cute little handbag, and this becomes a cute date night out outfit. So super cute. So thank you everybody for your patience. I do apologize that I lost the pattern, because like I said, my intentions was to call Vogue so I knew what the deal was so I can share that with you, but unfortunately that did not happen. So if you want to hear all more about the fabric and everything like that, head on over to Minerva. There will be a few extra pictures probably over there as well, but yes, absolutely love this fabric. Sews up beautifully and it's perfect for this weather. And so it's a if you don't remember, it is a viscose linen, so it's a nice viscose linen blend. The lining that I use underneath is a viscose linen blend. I got that from Joann's. It's just a solid black. So that's it everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.